These are the 20 best anime coming in spring 2026, and they're going to completely redefine what we think of when we talk about a stacked seasonal lineup. We're getting the legendary return of JoJo's bizarre adventure with Steel Ball Run, the magical debut of Witch Hat Atelier, and heavy-hitting sequels alongside incredible new adaptations that anime fans have been waiting years to see. Spring 2026 isn't just another anime season, it's everything that makes anime great happening all at once. We're getting the most anticipated JoJo arc ever adapted, the final conclusion to beloved series like BEASTARS, and brand new adaptations from legendary creators like Hiromu Arakawa. This is the kind of lineup that only happens once every few years, where nearly every genre has a flagship-level representative. Let's jump into the absolute must-watch anime that will dominate your spring viewing schedule. Starting with the crown jewel of spring 2026, Steel Ball Run. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure premieres March 19th exclusively on Netflix. This isn't just another JoJo season. This is the adaptation fans have been desperately waiting for. Set in 1890 America, Steel Ball Run follows paraplegic former jockey Johnny Joestar and Neapolitan executioner Gyro Zeppeli as they participate in a transcontinental horse race from San Diego to New York City with a $50 million prize. What makes Steel Ball Run special is that it's widely considered the peak of Hirohiko Araki's storytelling. This arc completely reinvents the JoJo formula with a Western setting, complex character development, and some of the most intricate stand abilities ever conceived. David Production is pulling out all the stops. The first episode runs 47 minutes. Golden Wind directors Yasuhiro Kimura and Hideo Takahashi are returning, and Yugo Kanno is back to compose what will undoubtedly be another iconic soundtrack. The voice cast is equally impressive. Kaito Ishikawa voices Diego Brando, while Ria Takahashi takes on Lucy Steele. For English dub fans, Damon Mills voices Johnny Joestar with Kaiji Tang as Gyro Zeppeli. The only potential controversy? Netflix's batch release model instead of weekly episodes, which has divided the fan base since Stone Ocean. Next up is Witch Hat Atelier, premiering April 6th on Crunchyroll. This is the anime adaptation that's been years in the making, and for good reason. Based on Kamome Shirahama's award-winning manga with over 7 million copies in circulation. This series follows Coco, a girl who discovers she can become a witch and must restore her mother, whom she accidentally turned to stone. What sets Witch Hat Atelier apart is its incredible artistic vision. Director Ayumu Watanabe is known for his meticulous attention to detail, and with Kairi Unabara handling character design and Yuka Kitamura composing the music, this adaptation promises to capture the ethereal beauty of Shirahama's original artwork. The series has already won both Harvey and Eisner Awards, the first time a Japanese creator has achieved this double recognition. The voice cast includes Reina Motomura as Coco and Natsuki Hanai as Kifri, with theme songs by Eve featuring Suis of Yorishika for the opening and Nakamura Hack for the ending. There's even an early screening event on March 16th in US theaters, giving fans a preview before the Crunchyroll premiere. However, there are some production concerns. Bug Films isn't exactly a powerhouse studio. Their previous work on Zom 100 was notoriously rocky. Plus, Witch Hat Atelier was already delayed an entire year to improve quality. But if they can deliver on the source material's potential, this could be the breakout hit of the season. Re:Zero Season 4 drops April 8th on Crunchyroll with an ambitious 19-episode run split across 2 cores. The first 11 episodes adapt the Loss arc, while the remaining 8 episodes tackle the Recapture arc starting in August. This season finds Subaru and his allies heading to the Pleiades Watchtower in the vast Auguria Dunes, searching for the wise man Shaula to help save Rem and restore Julius's devoured name. Re:Zero continues to be one of the most unpredictable isekai series ever made. Each season feels completely different while building on the established mythology. Feyru's Eye joins the cast as Shaula, and we're getting new theme songs from powerhouse artists. Recollect by Gaga and Teddy Lloyd featuring Konomi Suzuki and Ash Nico for the opening, and Ender Ember by Myth and Royd featuring TK from Ling Toshi Sigure for the ending. The series will also get theatrical screenings as part of Crunchyroll Anime Nights 2026, alongside Witch Hat Atelier and Demons of the Shadow Realm. While ReZero can be divisive, Subaru as a character tends to split audiences. There's no denying this will likely be the biggest show of spring 2026. Speaking of theatrical experiences, we can't forget Dorohedoro Season 2, finally arriving April 1st after a grueling 5-year wait. MAPPA is back to bring us more of that chaotic, grimy world of the whole, as Kamen and Nikaido continue their violent search for the sorcerer who cursed Kamen with a lizard head. The unique blend of brutal action, cyberpunk aesthetics, and slice-of-life moments made the first season a cult classic. Unlike the original's Netflix exclusivity, Season 2 expands to multiple platforms worldwide. Demons of the Shadow Realm premieres April 4th on Crunchyroll, marking the highly anticipated reunion between Fullmetal Alchemist creator Hiromu Arakawa and Studio Bones. This dark fantasy follows Yuru, a boy who discovers terrifying truths about his world and his estranged twin sister Asa. Given that their previous collaboration produced one of the most iconic anime series of all time in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, expectations couldn't be higher. BEASTARS' final season, Part 2, hits Netflix March 7th, bringing Legoshi and Haru's journey to its thrilling conclusion. Based on Peru Itagaki's manga with over 10 million copies worldwide, BEASTARS has become a global phenomenon. Studio Orange continues their incredible 3D animation work in this world of anthropomorphic animals divided by instinct and desire. The ending theme by K-pop superstars 17 adds an interesting musical dimension to the finale. Dr. Stone Science Future Part 3 premieres April 2nd on Crunchyroll as the scientific revival of humanity reaches its climactic final act. This third and final core promises to wrap up Senku's incredible journey in spectacular fashion. Classroom of the Elite Season 4 launches April 1st on Crunchyroll, throwing Ayanokuji and his classmates into their second year with fresh challenges. New first-year students bring complications, especially since one appears to be from the mysterious White Room. The psychological warfare and strategic mind games that define this series promise to reach new heights. One Piece enters the legendary Elbaf Arc in April 2026, finally taking the Straw Hat Pirates to the land of giants. This has been one of the most anticipated destinations throughout the series run, and it's expected to play a major role in the final saga. Toei Animation continues their recent animation improvements, making this essential viewing for any One Piece fan. My Hero Academia more arrives as a special epilogue film adapting the manga's 8 years later chapter. Bones delivers one final look at Class 1A as fully realized pro-heroes, providing closure to a decade-long journey that defined an entire generation of anime fans. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 4 continues Rimuru's adventures in April, while Liar Game brings psychological thriller elements to the season. Based on the manga that ran from 2005 to 2015, this madhouse production follows college student Nao Kanzaki as she's forced into a deadly game of lies and deception. With Yuzo Sato directing and a cast led by Saya Hitomi and Takeo Otsuka, this could be the season's dark horse hit. The season isn't just about big names and established franchises. Several intriguing new series deserve attention. Needy Girl Overdose adapts the popular visual novel about a girl seeking approval who wants to become the best streamer. It's a timely exploration of social media culture and parasocial relationships. Yoru to Asa no Uta presents a unique fantasy concept where winter was once the only season until it created spring out of loneliness. When the agent of spring disappears for 10 years, taking the season with her, her return threatens to disrupt the natural cycle. It's an original premise with emotional depth. The Poison Master's Marriage Hunt offers a darker take on romance as Hikaru Gyro, heir to an infamous bloodline, seeks marriage to protect his sister from a terrible fate. When he meets brilliant marriage swindler Mei Kinosaki, who happens to be his current assassination target, an unlikely partnership forms. For lighter fare, Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in Class explores the secret Friday hangout sessions between a boy and the second prettiest girl in class while they eat junk food and enjoy each other's company away from social expectations. When I Say I Love You takes childhood friends Yukiya and Miku, who created a game in 6th grade to embarrass each other by saying I love you, and follows them into high school, where those words are taking on new meaning. Redo of High School, life brings time loop elements to the romance genre as socially anxious college senior Natsuki Haibara finds himself 7 years in the past, 1 month before starting high school. Can he avoid his previous mistakes and achieve the perfect adolescence? When it comes to where to watch, Crunchyroll dominates spring 2026 with the most significant exclusives and simulcasts. Re:Zero Season 4, Witch Hat Atelier, Demons of the Shadow Realm, Classroom of the Elite Season 4, and several others make Crunchyroll the essential subscription for this season. Netflix counters with quality over quantity, offering Steel Ball Run and BEASTARS Final Season Part 2 as major exclusives. One Piece continues on multiple platforms depending on your region. The theatrical component adds another dimension with Crunchyroll Anime Nights 2026 on March 16th, offering early screenings of major titles in US and Canadian theaters. It's a smart strategy that builds hype while giving fans a premium viewing experience. The season's structure is fascinating from a pacing perspective. Most major titles premiere in the first week of April, creating an intense launch window. Steel Ball Run gets a head start with its March 19th Netflix debut, while BEASTARS concludes the winter season with its March 7th finale. Re:Zero's split core approach with the second part in August creates interesting momentum that bridges spring into summer. This could help maintain engagement during what's traditionally a quieter period. Spring 2026 represents several significant industry trends. The prominence of Netflix originals like Steel Ball Run shows streaming platforms investing heavily in exclusive anime content. The success of these titles could influence future licensing strategies and production partnerships. The diversity of genres, from psychological thrillers like Liar Game to magical adventures like Witch Hat Atelier, demonstrates anime's continued expansion into new narrative territories. We're seeing more adult-oriented content alongside traditional shonen and seinen offerings. The prevalence of acclaimed manga adaptations suggests publishers and studios are being more selective, choosing established properties with proven fan bases rather than gambling on original concepts. If you can only watch a few series this season, prioritize Steel Ball Run for its cultural significance, Re:Zero Season 4 for its ambitious storytelling, and Witch Hat Atelier for its artistic vision. These three represent the pinnacle of what spring 2026 offers. For sequel fans, BEASTARS Final Season. Part 2 and One Piece's Elbaf Arc are essential, while Dorohedoro Season 2 satisfies those craving something darker and more experimental. The psychological thriller elements of Liar Game and the creative reunion of Arakawa and Bones in Demons of the Shadow Realm round out a viewing schedule that covers nearly every possible preference. Spring 2026 isn't just about individual shows, it's about the collective experience of witnessing anime at its absolute peak. Multiple generations of anime storytelling converge in a single season. From the continued evolution of long-running shonen to the artistic ambitions of magical girl narratives to the psychological complexity of modern thriller anime. This is the season that will define anime discourse for years to come. Whether you're a longtime fan or someone looking to dive deep into anime culture, Spring 2026 offers entry points, conclusions, and continuations that speak to every level of engagement. The only question isn't whether you should watch these shows, it's whether you can possibly keep up with all of them. The spring season officially begins April 1st, but the conversation starts now. These 20 anime represent the absolute best of what the medium can offer, and missing any of them means missing out on anime history in the making.